Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of New to Weeaboo. This is number 24 for July 1st, 2020. I'm Nemesis and I'm joined by Alca7raz.
Hey.
Yep, very exciting episode for us this time around. It's something we've been looking forward to talking about for a while, actually, months, actually.
Months.
But we finally get to talk about it. First things first, couple things anime-wise. I'm trying to remember, I don't really think of anything huge happening in the general world. I got to watch My Next Life as a Villainess and K-On! Finally.
Yeah.
Watched those over the last few weeks. Had fun watching both of those. In fact, My Next Life as a Villainess was one I was kind of hoping for our spring 2020 episode a little bit ago. I was hoping that was one of the ones we picked, but it didn't wind up happening. It's really funny, though.
Nothing stopping us from watching them anyway.
Yep, it's really funny. Just wrapped up, announced season 2 for that, so that's great. But otherwise, I think just kind of business as usual in the world of anime, I think, as of right now.
The world of anime and COVID.
Yeah, still things are there going on the way they are there. So yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and just go into our...
I guess we can just jump in.
Our topic. Yeah, this time we're going to talk about Promare, the movie from Trigger that came out last year.
Yeah.
And, came on Blu-ray and DVD this year. And whatnot, yeah. So, as we said way back when we talked about it on an episode way back when briefly because we saw it in theaters, and go watch it. Just watch it.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's from True Studio Trigger, and it's visually gorgeous, and just go watch it. I'm not going to even summarize it other than it's really crazy and cool. But because we're going out spoilers and stuff for a movie. And this is going to be a little different from our usual stuff, because we usually talk about full series and stuff. This is the first time we're talking about just one thing.
Yeah, this is the first just movie.
Yep.
Because all the other movie stuff we've talked about have been movies that have been part of an existing series.
Yes. This is a whole standalone thing. So yeah, Promare is about when a himbo meets a twink and they save the world.
Yep.
You can't prove me wrong.
I wouldn't want to.
Okay, but seriously, So yeah, it's a whole thing where the world has been there's new mutation that creates people called Burnish, and they have these little flame powers that kind of go crazy, and there's people get frightened and they're gonna get oppressed, and the big old those world flame thing happens, and then weird stuff happens, and what was it? 30 years later is when the
30 years after the Great Flame, after the big
the Great Flame, after that all that happens, that's when it takes place, and one of the primary characters is Galathymos, who's part of the Burning Rescue, and they fight fires, including fires from Burnish, because Burnish cause fires, and there's the Mad Burnish, who they're kind of considered a terrorist group because light stuff on fire.
Yep.
He's one of the main characters, and pretty much the other main character is Leo Foita. He's the leader of the Mad Burnish, and yeah.
You say we weren't going to really do that big of a summary, but we kind of started doing a summary anyway.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, Leo and what's left of his gang pop up, start a fire. Gallo and crew put it out and capture them.
Yep.
They get thrown in prison. Leo and crew get thrown in prison. They break out, including everyone else who's in there.
Yep. Gallo finds them in the woods.
Yep. Gallo finds them in a cave in the woods.
Discovers things aren't as the way they thought they were. He finds out his hero's the bad guy. Then they're trying to leave the planet and using the Burnish as fuel, basically, and this is going to destroy the world in the process. And they have to stop him, and that's the entire story.
That's basically the gist in a nutshell. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the third important character is Cray Foresight.
He's got one heck of a name.
Yeah, Cray Foresight.
Why are you acting all Cray?
Because he's got foresight.
Not very good foresight. Didn't see that happening.
Yeah, that's the thing is there's a lot of other characters, but largely they're very, very secondary. They're not really to the point of some of them don't actually get names until the credits roll. Really. They just kind of exist.
All of the rescue team get their names pretty quickly right in the opening.
Yeah, they even get their...
Because they announce themselves.
Yeah, they get their
but then a lot of them just kind of disappear.
They get a little splash screen of their name and everything, but...
Yep.
it's largely they're once after that point they're largely unimportant for the most of the movie, which is kind of odd. I think that's probably one of the biggest things I'd probably hold against is that these characters exist and they don't really do much with them.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential that some of the characters have that would have been nice to see a little bit more of.
Hmm.
I don't feel like hard to find words on that one. Like it would be kind of nice to see more,
But not necessary.
but it doesn't all. Yeah, it doesn't really feel necessary. It doesn't feel like the movie's really, you know, missing something because they don't have more story to these other characters. It doesn't feel like it needs it. It would just be kind of nice or interesting and potentially interesting, I should say.
Yeah. One of the biggest thing that stands out about this movie is just its general design and aesthetic for like everything. It's very neon 80s synth. Yeah, that's its whole thing. It's his whole aesthetic.
Yes.
And they also do a really cool thing with the how they draw everything. The outlines for colors or for characters and whatnot are just there is not black outlines. All the colors like match up to whatever it's outlining and stuff. So it's just like this really stands out of as in general as in its look. Because of that,
Yes.
they don't use traditional outlining.
It's the outlining is almost and some at times it takes after like a chromatic aberration style where like one channel of colors is offset.
Yeah.
So like you'll get a white like offset and it's not really chromatic aberration, but that's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah.
And it's a really cool effect.
Although some people really hate chromatic aberration, as I've discovered.
Well,
I know it's a flaw, and people don't like it.
Yeah, it is technically a flaw, a lensing flaw, but it can be used to artistic effect.
Like when they artificially add lens flare into movies and games because it looks so cool and cinematic. It's like that's because that's a bad thing though. It's not supposed to be there.
Yes, lens flare doesn't normally exist in real life. I mean, it can if you've got visual problems, but not usually like that.
Yeah.
Well, they do. That's another thing. They do actually add lens flare in this, but it's usually squares. If you've noticed.
Yeah.
It's square lens flares. It matches the aesthetic.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's that, and also it's like if you watch, you very quickly say, "Oh, these character designs are very much Kill la Kill designs." The same same people drew these because you can see that very quickly.
It's definitely Trigger.
Yeah.
You look and go, "Yeah, Trigger made this."
Yeah, and then just to beat you over the head with the, "Hey, Trigger made this. Hey, who made this tech that instantly cools down all the burnish?" Matoi. Hey,
Matoi,
like that
yep.
Matoi? I don't know, maybe.
Like, maybe.
Now I'm going to try to do like what people do with Pixar. I'm going to try to take all the Trigger stuff and try to convince everyone else that's all in the same universe.
It's the Trigger Cinematic Universe. It's a TCU.
So that would be Kill la Kill, Little Witch Academia, Promare, I guess now
Gurren Lagann.
Brand New Animal now.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen
that. Oh, that's actually coming out on Netflix this Tuesday. The Tuesday that right before we release this.
Might be something.
The problem is it's been airing in Japan.
Watch.
It's annoying. I think it's only like the first half, so it's like because Netflix doesn't know how to handle anime.
Yeah.
It's like. So it's just like Little Witch Academia. People are just going to watch pirate it just because like it's that way keep current versus I have to wait 4 months.
Yep. But yes, also Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann has the other one.
Which I'm pretty sure that there's a direct reference later in the big fight. Yeah.
It's blatant.
We added a drill to it. Yep. Giant drill.
Yeah. I mean, Kamina there. I mean, sorry, Gallo. Gallo there. He's like, he's the whole thing. His whole thing is like, he really is a himbo. He's a big muscled moron.
He's proud
to be an idiot.
But he's a good idiot. He's
a
not
good
a
person,
jerk.
But he's an idiot.
He's an idiot, but he's doing the right thing.
Yeah. The universe's #1 firefighting idiot.
Yep. It's kind of funny throughout the movie. Everyone's calling him an idiot, and he kind of he doesn't exactly. Well, at first he's not exactly disagreeing with it, but doesn't agree with it. And he even questions, "Are you calling me an idiot?" Yeah. And then at the very end, "Yep, I'm an idiot." #1 firefighter. Yeah.
You're an idiot, but I'm your idiot.
Yep.
Yeah, he's just like, what's Kamina doing here? No, it's Gallo. Shut up.
He's totally Kamina.
What if Kamina had bigger muscles, I guess? The other thing was, the design of later on of the robot, that was very blatantly Gurren Lagann.
Oh, yeah.
Or Lagann.
Especially,
I can't remember which one it is.
Lagann, I don't know.
Every time I hear it, I pronounce it out loud, it's pronounced differently.
Yeah. I like Lagann, but it's probably wrong.
I don't know.
Yeah, especially the robot when it goes from when they switch the name up at the very end, and it gets bigger than the planet size. Oh yeah, there's the
entire thing when they would go from the initial design to that. Yeah, but yeah, that's all one giant. Hey, remember Gurren Lagann?
Yeah,
because the initial robot looked kind of like Baymax from Big Hero 6,
which I haven't seen that movie.
That's a good movie.
But yeah, I've heard it is. I just haven't seen it. Yeah, it looked kind of like Gallo. I just can't get I can't get hyped up. It's gotta be the way it looks.
I need my
can't
hype.
get in the zone.
Yeah, and Leo there though, he's very much smarter for one. Quieter, very intense as a person.
Very.
Yeah, but also when he gets angry, he gets angry.
Oh. Yeah.
Also, kind of dresses like David Bowie a little bit. If you look at his outfit,
not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing to do.
Yes, the leather and such.
Very David Bowie look.
Depending on which David Bowie you're looking at, because David
Parts
had
of Labyrinth.
A lot of different. Yeah, David Bowie had a lot of different outfits.
Yeah, but that one particularly,
and they all looked spectacular.
Of course, it's David Bowie.
It's David Bowie. It doesn't matter what he wears.
The only time he didn't look spectacular is in that one game we will not talk about. Sadness. But yeah, beyond that, the great characters, honestly, right there. Those two are really well done as characters. They're really, you just get engaged real quick into who they are. Mm-hmm. Just like, yeah, I'm just like real quick. You're just like, yeah, this guy's awesome.
This guy's totally awesome.
Because I just remember initially, when I watched, I went into the theater not really knowing much. I knew it existed in this trigger, and that's about it. And I was like, that was enough for me because I wanted to go in with as little as possible. And so I thought Leo was a girl because of his design. I was a little disappointed when he wasn't, honestly, but I got over that real quick.
Got over that. Oh, he is a guy. Oh.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Oh, well, that works.
And it's also his introduction to the thing. It was pretty great because he just comes in like that. His weird, crazy spike tooth grin helmet thing, and he just comes.
And the three of them's transform right. Yeah, the three of them's transformation. I think it works best when you contrast all of them together.
Oh yeah,
his two henchmen
do
their transformation and turn and build those bikes and launch kind of thing, and he just transforms the throne.
And then just
fist
leans on one fist
to chin. That's just like,
well,
yeah.
But Gallo's introduction as well is pretty awesome because he's like just sitting there just yucking it up for the crowd as he's getting ready to get in his little mech suit thing, and they tell him to stop screwing around. It's like, I'm just building hype. And he launches up straight up the building.
I love stop yapping or you'll bite your tongue. Because he gets launched. And then launches him up on top of the building and just kind of stalls and falls. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, Burning Rescue, that's one. Yeah, the Burning Rescue. They have this massive truck that takes up 3 lanes of highway.
It's like a giant fire truck with a huge ladder, except it's not a ladder, it's a cannon.
Yeah, it's a cannon that launches firefighters.
And munitions.
Yeah,
they use it to fire, the ice things later.
Yeah, because the Burning Rescue guys, they're the other ones beyond Gallo. There's Aina, Ardebit, Remy, Remy Puguna, Varus Truss, and Ignis X, Lucia FX, and Vinny. Vinny is a mouse who just kind of is cute for 2 scenes, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Sure. It's kind of implied she has a bit of a thing for Gallo, though Gallo doesn't seem to notice. Instead, his attention seems to go elsewhere, but anyway.
Poor Aina.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it was like Remy and Varys kind of tend to be also rescue people. Ignis is the chief. Mustache, sunglasses, everything.
Ignis just exudes coolness without having to do anything.
He's what he is. He's the epitome of that cool side character that doesn't really do much, but he's so awesome. You just want to focus everything on him. It's almost like Boba Fett way back in Empire Strikes Back. He's just some cool guy. He doesn't do much, but he's cool.
He's cool. He's really cool. And then when he goes up against Vulcan, he's basically toe to toe with Vulcan.
Yeah.
Oh god, their final battle was so freaking awesome.
Oh yeah.
When they the car, God, Ignis's car is amazing.
Yeah, a muscle car, kind of looks like a super stylized Challenger.
Yeah, they ram their cars together, the blast through the windshields at each other.
Yep.
God, it was freaking amazing.
Yeah, and then there's Lucia. She's basically the adventure scientist person.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure the same voice as Jack Azuri from Kill la Kill, and possibly Susie from... I need to double check that.
Yeah.
Let's see who else... No, not Susie. But yes, she was Jack Azuri, though.
Yeah.
Mayumi Shintani.
Shintani, yeah.
Same voice there. Oh, she was in Gridman as well. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. You haven't seen Gridman, but I...
No, I have not seen Gridman. It's interesting, Lucia wears a gas mask around her neck, but she never actually puts it on.
Rule of cool.
Wear a mask, though. You have it. Don't wear it around your neck.
It's fine. It was 2019. It's different.
It was a different... 2019 was a different time. God.
Yeah.
2019 was a freaking decade ago.
Yeah, one thing, that was one thing I liked. It was, they're they're firefighters, and there was for the city is Promepolis. I guess one of those things like it trips you up.
It's because the E in there,
Promepolis, yeah.
Promepolis.
That's
not
the city they're in.
Yeah,
and they're firefighters, and they save the day and everything. They capture the guy, and then the police show up and ruin everything. As they are wont to do.
Yes, as they are wont to do.
Yeah, specifically the special task force, the police called the Freeze Force, and
the Freeze Force.
Was it Captain
Vulcan
or Colonel?
I think it was Colonel.
Yeah, Colonel Vulcan. Yeah, Vulcan, and he's an awful person. He even it's like immediately like this. That's the thing about this other thing about this movie. This movie has no subtlety whatsoever. It's Trigger, so of course there's no subtlety.
As much as people try to ignore what it's saying.
Like, immediately, like, the cops show up and you just see right there, oh, they're bad guys. There's no subtlety here. I mean, he's got razor-sharp shark teeth and everything.
He's got the crazy eyes and the sharp teeth, so yeah.
Yeah, and then also they look kind of like, both their uniforms make them look evil, and also the music goes dark, and it's like, yeah,
they're not great. Although, one thing, that scene when they show up, Gallo mouths off.
Yeah.
When Vulcan grabs... Because Gallo's sitting there with his arms crossed and he mouths off.
Yep.
Yeah, and Vulcan puts his face right to him and starts yelling at him. And then Vulcan grabs him by the face and picks him up. But Gallo never uncrosses his arms the whole time.
Too cool.
Exactly. It is until he drops him later that he uncrosses his arms. So he's standing up there struggling, kicking, arms crossed. Gallo.
Yeah. Yeah, there's also a thing like Ina has a sister who's part of some project and we find out is pretty bad.
Some project.
Yeah, some project. Don't worry about it, it's fine.
It's just not important to the story as a whole, Totally not the MacGuffin.
Yeah. But yeah.
So yeah, the project. Parsonus Project.
Yep. Oh boy.
So they're building a giant ship because the Earth is about to die. It's about to go boom because of Promare activity in the core.
That's the other thing is Promare is the name they gave to the fire.
Ah, yes. So the Promare, should probably explain that one first. The Promare are actually an alien race from a different dimension that are like basically living fire.
Yep.
And they came through a rift they're from a different dimension. They came through a rift and are now stuck in the Earth's core. But certain people resonate with the Promare and are able to use their power. And thus they became the Burnish and start lighting things on fire.
Okay.
Because they control the Promare
Let's be honest, that whole description sounds really stupid. But this movie
when you say
has
it
so
out
much
loud,
style, you don't care if it sounds stupid. And that's pretty much anime in a nutshell. This went full anime, and who cares?
And no one cares. It's freaking amazing. So the Promare activity in the core is destabilizing the Earth.
Yep. Earth's going to blow up.
And it's going to go boom.
We're supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
So these people, Cray Foresight, as we mentioned before, built a city.
Yep.
And is developing a way to get off the planet.
Yes.
Because that's his plan, is to just leave.
With 10,000 people.
With 10,000 people. So they build a ship to go through an interdimensional gate.
Yep.
To get away from the Earth.
But
in order to open the gate, they use Promare energy because Promare from another dimension.
Yep.
So they have interdimensional stuff. But in order to get the energy, they basically torture and kill Burnish.
Yep.
They use them as a fuel source.
Yep. And on top of that, by doing so,
abusing them accelerates the destruction of the planet.
And he knows this. He doesn't care because he'll be gone.
And he doesn't care. Yep.
And it's horrifying. And like this movie, remember, this movie came out in 2019, and this whole thing like hits you over the head. Again, no subtlety. Where it's just,
no subtlety.
These Burnish are just trying to live out their lives, and they're just being rounded up and thrown into cells with no rights, didn't do anything wrong. They're just being thrown up because they're Burnish. And the bad guy, by the way, is a blonde, very white dude. And it's like,
yep.
Yeah. Yeah, again, no subtlety. The cops are bad guys.
No subtlety.
The big bad's a blonde white guy that's a minority is being unfairly targeted.
Yeah, there's a whole scene after they capture the Mad Burnish leader, after Gallo and such, where they're celebrating with pizza.
Yep.
Yeah, they're celebrating with pizza. And the cops just show up and arrest the person making pizza because they happen to be Burnish.
Yep.
But they weren't doing anything wrong. They were just making pizza.
Yep.
But before that, they were having the whole conversation, being so not subtle.
Yep.
It's not their fault.
They did nothing wrong. They just misunderstood.
Yeah, it's just totally not subtle about any of it.
And there's some like stuff where it doesn't quite go 1-to-1 because like I think the fun argument of this is an organization making all the rest of them look bad type of thing. It's like,
yeah.
And then what the thing was, I noticed, after he was led away, arrested, that the pizza guy was arrested and everything, and the guy who owned the place was arrested too because he was knowingly harboring a Burnish. Yep. Everyone, all the people, all the customers who kind of left me is like, oh, this is made by Burnish. Ew, gross.
Ew, gross. The thing that you absolutely loved seconds ago, suddenly, now you find it's made by the wrong people. Now you don't like it anymore.
Those people.
It's like a 3-year-old when they're eating something they like, and then you tell them it's made of something, and they go, "Oh, I don't like this anymore." Yeah, same basic logic.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm saying racists have the logic of a 3-year-old.
It's kind of being generous to the racists, don't you think? Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think. There was
a lot.
Yeah, there's actually not all that much to it. There's actually not a whole lot of substance to the movie. Again, just it's largely style, but that's part. It kind of triggers MO anymore. Is just so much style that it makes up for that. It's kind of basic in some ways, but who cares? It looks really cool while doing it.
Who cares? It looks really cool.
I think Little Witch Academia is one of the few that kind of gets away from that. It gets a little more substantial into it. Yeah, the big escape thing was like, that's the first time where it's like the movie kind of, because up until a certain point, it's like you're really kind of showing like, oh yeah, the Burnish are the bad guys and stuff, and then they get to the prison, it's like, oh yeah, and then you get to the prison and stuff, and you're like,
doors open of the prison, boom, and you see the children and the elderly all just bandaged up and
you see someone's dying.
Yeah. It's like, Oh,
Yeah, and then they escape and get to a
yeah.
cave, and they kind of have that last bit right before someone dies.
Yep, and the sort of CPR-esque thing.
Yep. And that's all. And okay, it wasn't enough, and they die and turn to ash. Because it's just their bodies they're immortal as long as they're alive.
Yeah, so it's apparently the Promare flames inside of them are constantly burning them, but they're also giving them regenerative abilities. So they can't be killed by their own flame, but I guess once, something else kills them, it's not very well explained.
Yeah.
Then the fire just takes over and they turn to ash.
Yep.
Their regenerative abilities. But it's also kind of implied that not only do they have to eat and drink like normal humans that they are, they also have to burn. That there's something that they have to, and if they don't, they'll die as well. Which is not, even less explained.
Yeah. There's also stuff like, oh, hey, look, there's someone, one of the burnished betrayed the rest, so, because, we can't win, and so he leads them to their little secret hideout, and whoops, they're all captured by police.
Yeah.
Yeah, and their whole thing is the weapons here are all very much, ice-based, because, well, how do you stop fire?
It's all about stopping fire.
Yeah, so you got to make them cold. So yeah, it's ice-based, and it's sometimes you get crazy nonsense explanations. It's absolute zero.
Nonsense.
It's that's not how that works.
That's not how it works at all.
Stuff like that. So it was hey, who cares? It's anime.
It's anime.
I'm used to nonsensical BS in anime.
All the weapons the mech Cray uses.
Yeah.
Those ones are all explained, these huge weapons, but they're all meant for terraforming and such afterwards.
Yep.
Weapon that turns things into dirt.
Sense.
Oh, it's supposed to. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, but still, it's completely... Yeah.
Yeah.
All of this, and you couldn't figure a way to get to the core.
Yeah. Yeah, no, shut up, it's fine. And then it kind of interesting thing was we kind of revealed that he didn't care. Even if there was a theoretical way, he wouldn't care. He'd still just try to leave.
Yep.
There's the scientist in charge of it, Harris, who's Ina's sister. She's all kind of fine with it, but also she's in that weird point of I don't really like this, but I'm just gonna keep doing it anyway because that's my job. And she finally towards the end does the right thing.
Finally, yeah. Because I think it was one of those. I don't know. Maybe she was, coerced into it.
Yeah. She
kind of was manipulated into it.
Also, just your sister is also her sister. Sure, it's if my sister isn't saved, it's all for nothing.
Yeah, he was trying to just save her. And that's also what I was thinking. The whole she honestly believed that there was nothing they could do to save the world, and that they've exhausted all other options, and this is literally the only way to save everybody. So that's where she was doing, and she didn't realize that there was other options and such like that, and she self-justified. It's probably one of those mental defensive mechanisms.
Mm-hmm.
Tried playing the whole ends justify the means thing. Guess what? They don't.
Yeah. The thing, what's interesting about Cray also is Gallo looks up to him because supposedly he saved Gallo when he was younger and lost his arm in the process. That was the thing. It turns out that was all not true. Yeah, the thing is they actually did a pretty good job of hiding initially that Cray was kind of the bad guy. All things he wasn't he was presented as very much he's just a cool guy that, and then, hey, surprise, nope.
Yep. Yeah, the way it was presented is you first see it and you see him as a good guy, and then it's revealed later that he's not, and then you go back and watch it again and you realize, there's those little things that they were hinting at before that I missed the first time because I wasn't supposed to see them yet.
Yeah, and then he goes insane. These are the thing. Most of the time his eyes are closed, but then when his eyes open, he's always got the crazy eyes. It's he's lost it. Yeah, but
yep.
Because that's the thing is it turns out he's also a burnished. Surprise.
And
the fire they supposedly saved Gallo from when he was a kid, turns out he caused it, and he just happened to be in the right spot. Everyone thought he saved him, so I was I'll roll with this.
I'll roll with this because I can use it to my advantage.
And then try to get rid of Gallo.
He wouldn't die.
He's too stupid to die.
Yep.
Yeah, he just convinced himself that the only way was to run from the Earth. There's nothing he could do. oh, get to the core. Nope, can't do it. Don't have the technology.
Nope,
But you
can't
got
do it,
this.
don't
Yeah,
have-
the robot can't make it.
Yep. So we're gonna build a giant floating city. They can somehow only hold 10,000 people.
Yeah.
Seriously. That's just like, nah, you could have made it hold way more than that.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but then you get some of less desirables in. That's what it is.
I just remember, yeah, the Ina there, yeah, having a crush on Gallo. It's kind of obvious because there's that scene where he goes off in a huff after the arrest of the pizza dude, and she follows him, and they're kind of just hanging out together. Kind of the atmosphere is changing, and then she slips, and he catches her, and he's really close, and she's like, "Oh, is this happening?" Oh, you see something in the reflection in the ice, and it drops her.
It just drops her.
Yeah, it gets like, yeah, she's the one who's got it's clear she's got a thing for him, but yeah, it's not clearly not happening.
It's not happening.
Because Gallo and Leo. Yeah, something about it's like immediately they kind of click in a way. It's like, yeah, I can see these two going somewhere. Because yeah, it's particularly towards the end when they're piloting the robot. It's like, yeah, you can really see it. And then of course there's a whole bit when Gallo first stumbles across the cave, he sees Leo do the mouth-to-mouth thing to that one person, and he gets Leo's fire somehow because through methods not well explained, other than just he can now.
What do you mean well explained? It wasn't explained at all.
Oh, shut up! It's fine. And
there was
then
no
he's like, "Oh no, Leo's dying. He's burning away." So he has to give him mouth-to-mouth, and it's like, "Oh boy."
He takes the fire in his hand, swallows it, and then gives mouth-to-mouth so that Leo can get his fire back.
Yep, and it's interesting. It's like,
It's just CPR though, right? There's nothing else
I'm
there.
sure. Can you just, stuff the fire to Leo's mouth? No. Gotta do it this way.
If you notice, he also did actually start CPR. He was doing chest compressions, and just like a paramedic would do. Because
he said he has emergency medical training.
Yep.
Because he's a firefighter.
Well, yeah, which is, they're firefighters. That's pretty common.
Yeah, what's the point of, saving people if you're going to dump them outside the burning building and not do anything about the fact they're hardly breathing?
Yep.
Yep. People ship these two together. No, not surprised. And I fully support that.
Those two are definitely
like I said, thing. Himbo and Twink.
Yeah.
The other thing.
Totally the Twink.
The other thing is, Trigger is pretty good about putting kind of gay subtext in the works they make. Kill la Kill had it, kind of went full text towards the end. Little Witch Academia, which I haven't talked about here yet, but definitely had some of that going on. Gridman had it, and this one has it. I'm not sure about Brand New Animal yet. I haven't seen it, but it wouldn't surprise me if else does that too.
Would not be surprised.
Luluco is different. That's the only one I think.
Luluco.
I
think Gurren Lagann had that much either.
Not really. Oh, that was also when they were Gynax.
So. That was also Gynax Trigger, so not really the same thing. But.
Yeah, and also Inferno Cop didn't really have it because that's a whole different thing.
Inferno Cop is in a completely separate category. How do you fit Inferno Cop into your cinematic universe?
No, I mean, how Inferno Cop work nowadays is like he's a cop.
Oh yeah, he's a cop.
I don't know. Yeah, there's just a whole there's the whole thing where Leo and Gallo find the underwater thing by accident, and turns out to have the scientist guy. What's his name?
Yeah, the scientist guy.
Deus Prometh.
Oh yes, Prometh.
Yeah, and he was killed by Cray. And whoops! Turns out, because Cray's whole thing has been a lie. He killed Cray. Cray killed him and took his technology, even though it wasn't finished. Because his whole thing was like, we can't use this. This is bad. This is bad tech. We can't use this stuff. So he dies, and then he secretly uploaded his consciousness into the computer, and then so Gallo and Leo find it, and then he's like, here's a robot. The Deus Ex Machina. The Deus Ex Machina, which is that name. Yep. Is just. I remember in the theater, everyone cracked up when that name popped up. Are you kidding me? Because it's again, no subtlety.
Yeah, none whatsoever. It's the oh, by the way, we have a perfect machine here with an engine that doesn't actually cause problems, so it's going to be perfect for
Yeah.
you.
Oh
Just
yeah,
out of the blue.
a better version of that engine that Cray is using that doesn't hurt the burnish in the process.
Yep.
Then it's modified because Gallo can't handle this dumb-looking robot, and yeah, and they
Which
fight.
totally means that Cray is even stupider, because if they would have waited for the completed engine, the Prometech engine that he has in the ship would have worked perfectly fine and not blown up the planet.
Oh well,
But no.
that's how it is.
Well, unless
It's
it's
how it be
almost
sometimes.
as if Cray wants to destroy the burnish.
Yeah, because he kind of hates himself. That's the other thing.
Yeah, he does.
It's one of those weird things, kind of the internalized racism, I guess.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, and I do also like the bit where Ina is like, "How did you pick these two?" Like, I didn't pick them. They just happened to stumble onto this at the right time. It's like, well, what will happen if they didn't? Guess we all die.
I guess we die. Guess I'll die.
Like, what?
Yep.
It's great. Yeah, and then Cray gets his own gigantic mech and everything.
Crazer X.
Yeah, the Crazer X. Because, yeah, that's the other thing. Gallo keeps coming up with names for stuff.
Gallo and his naming schemes.
Yeah, and it's just like, what was the Leo de Gala?
Yeah, it was a Leo de Gallon.
Gallon, yeah, that's right. Leo de Gala, and
then
Gala.
And then later Gallo de Leon.
Yeah, because Leon's like, oh, same, because, yeah, I'm going to name it your name first, because why not?
I'm so humble, I put your name first.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gallo, the humble one.
Mm-hmm. So humble. Yeah, it's a great. All the animation is great too, particularly those fight scenes with the mechs and stuff. It's just really well done. They do actually blend the 3D CG stuff in pretty well with the 2D stuff.
Yeah,
which is pretty nice because sometimes you get those things where it's like, oh wow, that really sticks out.
Yeah, that's always the problem when you're blending 2D and 3D, is you can tell what's what.
You can still kind of hear, but it still blends together.
Can.
I think largely because the aesthetic makes it work better.
Yes, yeah, the art style that they went with and the way they did the 3D worked a lot better when putting the two together.
Oh yeah, and it turns out Cray is also super powerful burnish because even Leo can't stand up to him one-on-one. It's like, that's interesting.
Yeah, they don't explain that one at all.
He's
either.
just super powerful.
Weird.
Shut up.
It's just super powerful. Except that Leo's flame is enough to protect Gallo.
Yeah.
From Cray.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, those fight scenes were really well done. Yeah, those were just really well animated, choreographed. Everything about it just worked really well. There was, yeah, but anyways, it all ends when eventually Leo and Gallo both combine their souls or whatever and do the big giant weird fire robot on top of the planet and cause a giant burn thing, which causes it all to go away back to its own dimension and seal up the rift and save the day. And
yep,
no more burnish. Everyone's
no
back
more
to normal.
burnish.
And Cray seems just to be kind of upset now, just kind of sitting there, just upset, almost like he's pouting. No, so it turns out Vulcan is just some tiny dude in a giant suit of armor.
Compensating much?
Yeah. The other thing that was interesting is like it ends with like they're just standing there looking at, I guess, the sunrise, and Leo and Gallo are just kind of like standing there. It's like, yeah, we did that. We gotta clean up. You're gonna clean up what? And then just it kind of ends it. A lot of stuff, like some stuff hanging kind of intentionally, I guess, because like there is going to be some people who have problems with this, I guess, but whatever.
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the phrase was about the haters.
Yeah.
Oh, that was kind of great. The scene when Gallo revives Leo.
Yeah.
Revives him and then suddenly freaks out. You made me light a fire.
Yeah, he's so mad.
So
I'm a firefighter. I'm not supposed to do that. Kind of remember that some firefighters actually have to light a fire for various reasons, but whatever.
Yep. You do a controlled burn.
Controlled burns, or those when you have an oil fire.
Yeah. I think it's just another variant of a controlled. It's always
or
a controlled
just
burn.
demonstrating fire safety.
Yeah, but still set technically. I guess it's a burning that's under control, so it's still a controlled burn. But yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's not everything's it kind of acknowledges, yeah, that this doesn't fix everything. There's still gonna be some problems, but hey, we kind of tackled the big one, so there you go. We can go from here.
Yep. Got the big problem, and now we can handle the little ones as they come up.
Yeah. And also, it has an English and Japanese, and clear that it was from the get-go, because like in the credits, the English is just straight up there. In the English voice actors are in the credits as well, so it's like, yeah, they planned from the get-go to have English and Japanese all like simultaneous. So it's which not surprising, considering large chunks of Trigger are made of Weeaboos. So there you go.
Weeaboos.
Seriously, they're like crazy anal about getting their English right and something and whatnot, because they love Western stuff. I mean, I can't remember one of the animators at Trigger went over and worked on Steven Universe for a couple episodes.
Interesting. Aren't Trigger the I'm trying to remember which one's like the big Transformers fans or something.
That's
like
Trigger.
That is Trigger?
Yes.
Yeah.
Although that's a weird
Please.
Japanese American thing.
Yeah, Transformers is not strictly a Western. That's not a Western thing. It's
that's a mess. Let's just say, I'll just leave it at that, because I can go on for literally 3 hours about that.
Yes, you can.
Although it's pretty clear Trigger really wants to do Transformers, considering they've designed some stuff officially. They keep sneaking Transformer stuff into the stuff they're working on.
Yep.
I mean, heck, that's the other thing. It's like, Kray's robot did transform.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the traditional Transformers way, it did look like it actually transformed into something. It's like,
Yep. Also, some of the other mechs did little transformation things too, or like when they're combining.
Half expecting the noise sometimes. The noise.
Yep. The noise.
Everyone who knows Transformers knows what I'm talking about. Another thing I want to mention also, the music is great. It's fantastic music. Same guy who did Kill la Kill and like a lot of their other stuff as well.
Yeah, like the music is so great. I've had the soundtrack officially imported from Japan for months.
Yep.
I grabbed that almost immediately after watching the movie in theaters last year.
Hiroyuki Sawano is the composer.
It is incredible.
Yeah, wow, he's done a lot of anime. I'm looking at it. He did Kill la Kill. He did some Attack of Titan stuff. Huh.
Neat.
What else? Some Gundam. Oh, there's Promare. Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff. Oh, he's done some games too. League of Legends.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so he's done some stuff.
Yep.
Anyway, this movie is fantastic, and you probably have already watched it. If you haven't, why haven't you?
Why haven't you?
It's
you
great.
Need to
go watch it. It's just one of those. Just watch it. It's great.
It is incredible. It's a lot of fun. Just the sheer amount of energy in it is. You can't watch it and not get hyped up with it.
Yep. It buys into its own hype, and you do too.
and you do. You see it. Like we've said multiple times already, you watch it and you see just how ridiculous some of the stuff is.
You don't care.
And you just don't care.
Because it's cool.
It's cool.
It kind of puts you back into the mindset of being 10 years old and just like, who cares that this is dumb and you can see who cares that this doesn't make sense. It's cool looking and it's fun.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, it's great. And I don't think we can say really much else, I think. There's probably little things here and there that we kind of glossed over, but I think we hit most of the important stuff. I can't think of much else, maybe.
How about questions?
Yeah.
Like, what non-main character would you have liked to see more of the most? Like, if you had to pick one. Aina? Okay, we're in agreement on that one. I want more Aina. Yeah. Like, Ignis is freaking cool.
Yeah.
But I want to see more Aina.
Yeah. Both of those. Yeah, Aina in particular. Ignis, if we got Ignis instead, I wouldn't mind, but yeah.
I wouldn't mind any more, but
yeah,
Aina in particular would definitely be the one.
Honestly, I would have taken a series of the Burning Rescue guys doing their stuff.
Yep.
I would have taken that for sure, but anyway, that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. I don't know.
Probably, yeah. And honestly, it doesn't really need to.
No,
especially,
it doesn't.
like after any series would have to have happened before this.
I wouldn't mind
because
it's still been nice. Just even if it could be entirely character driven, I think it would work.
Possibly, but I mean, there's no Promare after this. There's no Burnish.
No, but it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Isn't there? There's like a kids cartoon that's all about. I think like Rescue Force. It's all about firefighters. If you want that, just watch that or something.
I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Go watch it.
Yes, go watch it.
So we're done. I hope you enjoyed this talk. I hope you enjoyed the movie. If you liked what you heard, you can listen to past and future episodes on newtoweeaboo.libsyn.com. It's spelled Libsyn. There are no spaces or dashes or anything in that. You can listen to new episodes there. That's on the RSS feed. You subscribe there. You can also find us at various other sources, which are listed at the on the big old buttons at the top of the page. There's iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and YouTube. Google Play, play.google.com/music if you want to go there, although it's also on Google Podcasts, which on there, it's just either one. Again, not fully transferred over yet.
Yep.
And you could subscribe onto those. On YouTube, you can like, comment, and subscribe. All those things. You can, leave reviews if you want. Any of those things will work. You can check it out. And, any of those episodes. You can also email us if you want to. You do so newtoweeaboo@gmail.com if you got questions, comments, criticisms, anime recommendations, whatnot. Did you get to see Promare in the theaters, before, way back when? Did you see it later?
How many times?
Yeah, whatever. We drove an hour and a half to see it.
Yep.
Because we missed the initial showing, which is way closer, but whatever.
Yeah. It was worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it. Absolutely worth it. Anything else but along those lines? You can also follow our Twitter or at newtoweeaboo if you want to, see us tweet stuff there, retweet things. Out of Touch Thursdays.
Out of touch.
Exactly. As a thing. And of course, there's our personal Twitters. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1, and he's at Alca7raz with a 77T and an underscore at the end.
Yep.
Pineapple on pizza is good. Shut up.
Pineapple on pizza is good.
Just shut your mouth if you disagree. Just no. Don't even talk to me. But yeah, that's it for this one. Again, hope you enjoyed. Tune in next time. We'll be talking about a big thing for anime, Cowboy Bebop.
Oh boy.
He's finally gonna see it.
Oh boy.
It's a big one.
This is gonna be a thing.
Yep. So I hope you'll tune in for that one. And I'll see you next time. So goodbye.
Bye.